Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of The Coop. It is time for more of, I can never remember, Harper, letters to the Coop?
Sure.
Mailbag?
Yes.
No, we don't like mailbag.
All of them.
Letters to the Coop.
It just feels, there's something about the bag part that just, I feel like our age, we don't really want things that look like bags. Like feel like bags, whether they're on our face or on our body. We want less baggage.
We want less bags. We got a lot of bags.
Yeah, so we're trying to lighten the load.
Letters to the Coop.
Letters are light.
Letters are light and airy, and we're going to offer our advice. By the way, Harper and I are having our coffee.
We are.
You brought these cute mugs.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about your voice, Kit.
Oh,
what is
hello,
going on?
hello.
Good morning.
I think my name should be Erica when I have
like
this voice.
It's very sexy.
It's sexy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Rough. It's
called the flu.
Damn it.
I went to Mom's Weekend, the last Kappa Mom's Weekend for my middle daughter. And I went to visit the Duke, and all the moms got sick. So there's something about, this is coming for you, Harper. When you get back to visit your kid in college, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And you're out and about.
Well,
and
you're pretending like you're back in college, right? Yeah, you think you are.
It's not cute.
Well, no, it's fabulous. But I just think it's funny how you went in strong. You went in healthy. You went in bright. You came out
I've been
weathered.
accused of all gas, no brakes. And let's just say I got
Proof
bit,
is in the
Harper.
pudding.
Yes.
Yes.
And so what's funny is I got back and I was feeling okay. And I was like, wow, like, look at me. And then 2 days later it hit. And then I had all this work stuff I had to do. So
Well,
I
you
just
had a
to,
funny story you were telling me about the airport. Like something happened when you were trying to, I think you were flying east.
Yep.
You came back and then you went back east. And
It was one
the
of those
airport,
days.
There was, you were saying,
Harper,
comedy of errors.
does everybody have those days where literally nothing went right? I get to the airport, my bag falls down the escalator and like knocks somebody out. I was like, oh my goodness, I get the bag. I get to the gate.
So you're on the up escalator.
I'm like going up the escalator, almost to the top. And of course, I only bring a carry-on no matter
Right.
how long I'm gone.
Of course.
I can't check a bag. It falls down. I go to wrap this scarf around my neck and my bag falls down the escalator, not kidding, and like knocks out this nice man. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I get the bag.
Did he bring it? So then you get to the top. Did you try to run back down?
I tried to run back down. He was annoyed. I'm trying to
up.
help it. It made things worse.
Yeah. Everyone's like, what
What are you doing?
How's this woman
I
doing?
get to the gate. I get on the flight. I'm like, here we go. We get to the runway. Everything's like clockwork. I have a quick connection. They stop the airplane. A valve is not working. I don't know much about airplanes, but that doesn't sound good.
There's a lot of airplane energy right now. So I think anything that feels
Yeah.
loose on a plane
I
is not
believe
great.
he said the takeoff valve is down.
So thus, we will not be taking off.
So we turn around and go back to the gate. An hour later, we're in the air. We land in Atlanta. If anybody's been to the Atlanta airport, you have to take a train to get to your gate. I get on the train. The train breaks down with the doors closed for 27 minutes. So now I've missed my second connecting flight that I was supposed to catch there. I finally make it to the next bird that's going to be taking, and I'm on it, thank goodness, because it was packed, and it's delayed an hour. So I was supposed to be giving this speech at 6:30 p.m. Needless to say, I did not make it.
No.
But I did make it, and how about those travel stories?
Well,
It's
and you
like-
told me you just you rolled in late because
Yeah.
you did. And then you're like, okay.
and the voice was gone.
Where are we, guys?
Comedy of
you're
errors.
like, you're literally like a shadow of yourself. And you're like, this is going to be awesome.
This is gonna be good.
We got this.
We roll up those
That's
sleeves and go.
amazing.
So guys, bear with my voice. Harper got me some coffee.
I love it. I think your voice
take
is
your
amazing.
letters, not the mailbag.
Not the mailbag. Okay, so.
Can I tell one more story before we get started?
Oh, sure,
Cute
please.
Harper over there, we just had a great date night with her husband. One of those nights that are so important to do. I love how y'all carve out time for yourself. Anyway, she's at this spectacular place out here. Who does she spot across the bar but her doppelganger, Jennifer Aniston?
She was there. She was there. We finally came face to face. We sit down and I see her in the corner. It's a dark, gorgeous bar. And I see her over there and she's lit
Fabulous.
up and just amazing. And I said to my husband, do you think when she's looking across the bar at me, she's like, oh my God, there she is.
There she is.
I've been waiting for years to meet this woman so that we could just look at each other and feel like it's like a mirror.
Here we are.
It's identical.
Here we go, looking.
And he looked at me and he's like, totally.
First of all, that's just one of those great LA nights that doesn't always happen. But
it was.
she is just
Well,
spectacular.
she was a bright light in the corner. And I really was sort of beside myself because she's someone I've admired for years anyway. But I was like, we finally get just quick story. We did not meet. She did not stare
I'm
at me.
going to
She
make that
definitely did not
happen
even
next
know
time.
I was there.
Isn't she even more spectacular in person?
Yeah, she
I'll
was
say
just,
that.
she's all the energy
She's
and
just
all the
cool.
stuff. Yeah, she was so cool.
So while I'm at the airport, Harper was having a fabulous
having a
time with
martini.
J.A., her twin.
It was great.
Okay, bring us the
All
letters.
right, baby, here we go. Okay, so this one is actually perfect for this week. This one is to you. Dear Kit, this is from Megan in Charlotte. Kit, how do you have so much energy? Seriously, do you ever slow down? You're always full of energy, running, working, parenting, hosting. What's the secret? Is it coffee, endorphins, or just being born with extra batteries? Spill the tips because I need whatever you're having.
First of all, that's so nice. And I hear
And
this.
true.
Well, you only know what you are. So I'm always surprised when people always describe me as like a firecracker or my energy. But I don't know any other way to be. And you know me, I think I'm actually sort of a calm person, but I do have a lot of energy. I don't know. I think a lot of it does come from endorphins, or I think I'm just naturally wired like this. What do you think? Because you know my family.
So well, everyone has energy and you guys all feed each other. But I think it's like when you wake up in the morning, are you out of bed? Do you jump out of bed with energy, or is there a sort of a runway to get you kind of going?
Like I just have this, I definitely wake up.
Were you born that way?
I was born that way.
Did your parents say, like when your mom said you were born, you were born early?
Yep.
Right?
3 months early back in 1970. I weighed like
early.
3 pounds. I look like a guinea pig. I will show
huge eyes.
visuals. Not cute. Yeah, giant eyes and a lot of hair. Ready to screw
have
some
a lot of
stuff up.
hair?
A lot of hair.
Oh, that's so
jet black
cute.
hair and huge eyes. They were like, whoa, Nelly. We got a live
And
one.
Bug was like, oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. You know what? I probably get it. I'm definitely full of natural gratitude. So no matter what's going on, I kind of wake up happy, kind of always.
Yeah.
And my whole life, I would come downstairs and be greeted by my mom, Bug, with a woo, morning. And so sort of like you
That is
just
so
attack
sweet.
the day. So I think I was given that gift.
And you still carry it.
And I still carry it.
With a little bit of coffee, a
I
little
like
bit
coffee.
of Celsius.
Do you know what the key maybe is? I'm big on getting my sleep, Harper.
Yeah.
To me, sleep is important as exercise and taking care of
Do you
yourself.
take anything to sleep?
I don't take a thing.
Never.
I don't need anything. And I sleep a solid 8 hours every single night.
That's insane.
I know. Maybe because during the day I go very hard or whatever,
Yeah.
but those 8 hours, but I've been like that my whole life. There's a story when I was little, I had a slumber party and 8 girls came over. And of course, we're just Mach 10 and I'm doing everything. And then by 8 o'clock, I was like, yeah, I'm done. And my mom had to entertain the girls and I like put myself to bed. Like when that switch is off,
Yes.
I just
It's
remove
donezo.
myself. I'm done. Yeah.
So, as well as I know you, whenever you need to show up, though, you do, meaning if it's for work, for your family, for any event, you are, even if you have zero energy, case in point to what we were talking about earlier, you flew across the country, literally no voice, flew. Sorry to everyone that you probably had
I wore a mask.
to canoodle with while you were there. Hope you all are well. But you just know how to turn it on. You just say, all right, I'm here, I'm doing it. But then you go back and you crash hard.
You know what?
It feels like it's a natural rhythm for
It's
you.
a natural rhythm. And
You're so
I think
lucky.
my parents instilled too, I would never not show up. When I was lucky enough to give the commencement speech at my high school at 104 temperature, I was really, really sick. And there was no option. I had to, there was a cocktail hour, like brunch for me and a speech and then I had to do the commencement in front of thousands of people. So I just don't know. I would never not show up. There's that great game Michael Jordan was playing for the Bulls. He had the flu and he kept draining threes. And it's like, you just do. Not comparing myself to MJ people.
Listen, I'm basically like Jennifer Aniston. You're basically like Michael Jordan.
Guys,
welcome to the Coop.
Welcome to greatness.
Michael Jordan and Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, Lord.
Amazing. Okay, here we go. This is from Jennifer
Jennifer Aniston?
It's so close. I don't think she's from San Francisco, but this is Jennifer from San Francisco. Yeah, and Jennifer's not having this problem, I don't think. Dear the Coop, gray hair, embrace it or dye it till you die. My roots are a full-time job, but I don't know if I'm ready to go all silver yet.
You go first.
Interesting.
What are your thoughts?
Interesting. I feel like a switch happened during COVID for women who were all have gray hair now, right? It's all coming in different waves. And I feel that there were a lot more women who started to embrace it, let it sort of weave into their hair a little bit. So maybe still color it, but allow a little bit more of the silver to come in. I still dye my hair, so I'm not quite ready to do that, but it's coming in. I mean, I'm blonde, so I'm naturally blonde, of course.
Just like Jennifer.
Just like Jennifer. But I'm sort of letting it come in a little bit. My mom, after her treatments for breast cancer, she was a platinum blonde. I mean, absolutely spectacular, gorgeous, platinum blonde. And after her treatments and her hair, she didn't want to go back to sort of damaging it because her hair was very different. And she is now a absolutely spectacular gray. It is, and she's weaving a little blonde in, so she's still
beautiful.
Doing it, but kind of allowed it to, and it looks so stunning on her. So I'm curious about when is the right time to let that happen. I don't know.
It's so funny. I just saw this with Sarah Jessica Parker talking about her new show and Just Like That. And when it first came out, everybody was critiquing her looks.
Yes.
And they were talking about some of her gray hair. And she was funny. She was like, look, I think it was blonde. She's like, and they're critiquing me as I'm sitting next to Andy Cohen, who's fully gray. So women get unfairly judged for this for whatever reason. We see it with Andie MacDowell, who I just love. When she came out with gray hair, everybody lost their mind.
Yes.
I think Jane Fonda is
and she looks stunning.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's interesting when you see younger people around our age and our 50s. I have some friends that are going full gray and it looks spectacular. I think it's whatever floats your boat and whatever you want. I don't, for some reason, have much gray yet. Tommy, who colors my hair, laughs. So I don't have it yet. So I don't know what I'm going to do when it comes in. I did see this morning, because I was trying to get ready for this podcast by myself, so I was doing eyebrow stuff.
You're so brave. You're so brave.
And I've got all these gray hairs in my eyebrows.
So
that must
I
be
can't wait
coming.
for you to show Tommy that today when you go to Access. You're like, Tommy, so I have an area
and now,
that I need some help
on that
with.
note, now that I'm going more blonde, because I literally have jet black hair, he a lot of times will dye my brows to match my hair. And last time, he and I were like, playing around. And so we kind of lost track of time, as one does. And my eyebrows turned white and I looked like an Oompa Loompa. They were kind of orange. They
showed
disappeared.
me that. That was,
it was not good.
Eyebrows are important.
Yeah. So when I looked Oompa Loompa-y, I was like, okay, this is a problem.
This is not the look.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm curious for all of our listeners, tell us what you think, because it's a funny subject. People are very passionate about the gray hair one way or the other.
I also think, and it goes to what we were saying, I think it goes to how you're feeling and how your coloring maybe changes, even your skin and all of that over the years, because there are also women who are maybe after 70 or even 60 who are starting to go gray, but then they still keep coloring it a color that maybe does no longer naturally fit their look. And so it makes sense to sort of try to weave it in. So I think it's kind of interesting that there's probably a general weaving that can happen, and sort of accepting that this is also what we're supposed to look like too.
No rules, and let's just age and be grateful for it, whatever way it looks. Yeah, funny too. If you think about Golden Girls, that show, Harper, where they all had gray hair. I think, or maybe Blanche didn't. I got to think back. But
Blanche definitely did not. She was still getting busy. She needed to keep that youth going as long as possible.
But it's funny. All of those women were basically
they're in their 50s,
our age.
Yes.
So I think that for a lot of times, for men, they associate gray hair with being older, and the irony is we're not.
Going back really quickly to And Just Like That and Sarah Jessica Parker, I think I probably read something, this happened recently, where she was talking about all this, and Kristen Davis and all of these women who, had been so many years since they were on Sex and the City and came back, were all criticized for what they were looking like. And it was, and I think I've read, and I don't know, but I don't think Sarah Jessica's had work done. I don't think she's not a Botox girl. Obviously, I don't really know, but this is what she has said, I believe. And obviously looks fabulous, exactly the way that she's meant to be at this age. But at that time, there was all those women were getting a lot of flack, and
about everything.
That's just so
Again,
crappy.
Go back to the hair thing, and no one's critiquing Andy Cohen and his fabulous salt and pepper
his
hair.
Silver fox.
I'm just saying how different. Who did we just have on that was so interesting? Margaret Cho talking about she was told that they didn't like her weight, that she was too fat, and they replaced her with Drew Carey, who at the time was really heavy. It's just that double standard is so fascinating. And now, though, I find, Harper, as women, I want to be kinder to one another. I find a lot of times women are the ones that are critiquing other women, not you and me, of course, but you see it in the press or you hear women making comments. And I'm like, you know what, guys, we got to just, whatever floats your boat. I have a friend right now who's battling stage 4 cancer. Aging is a privilege. Let's lean in. I want to come in sliding in sideways at 106, doing the best I can.
Totally. Be awesome if you you never really turned gray, but you just had one
strip, like a skunk strip. That's what I'm gonna do.
Something.
By the way, how does my voice? Is Erica sounding good?
It does sound good. I mean, it's good. You can actually go back to work today. The last few days, I'm not so sure.
I took 2 days off of work, guys, which I never do, and literally my people are like, "Hello."
Right? You're like, "Listen to me.
Knock.
I don't think you want me squeaking my way through the news
painful.
today." Okay, this one's funny. Dear the Coop, this is so relevant. This is from Ashley from New York. My group text is out of control. People are sending 15 texts about one dinner plan, 5 gifts in a row, and 100 likes. At what point can I exit without looking like a monster?
Oh my gosh, you are speaking our language. Harper and I are in 1,000 group texts. They're beneficial because you can get the information. But I just know for me, sometimes when they keep going, it's like, it's so overwhelming.
What is the protocol around, okay, so we're trying to make a dinner plan. Great. People throw out ideas. They want to identify that they've liked it or that they really love the comment about the person that liked the dinner and the dinner that... What should the protocol be?
You know what? You're asking the wrong person. You're probably better at that. I just feel like I just sort of let it go. I'm like, I don't even know.
Respond.
I don't even respond. And then
that's the protocol.
That's the protocol. Then I text Harper, what's the date again? And what am I supposed to do? And what am I bringing? And Harper, can you help me with this? It gets very overwhelming.
It is overwhelming. I feel like I've actually gone to somewhat of that place. I'm also a team mom for my son's baseball team. So
just stop right there for a minute. What Harper does, and for all you fabulous parents and women out there that do this has become a full-time job. I cannot believe all the work. Again, our parents, my mom was always team mom. It wasn't this.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And it's less about who's bringing the oranges, and it's more about managing a group of parents who are so full of love and so full of energy and so full of passion and opinions. So the funny thing about this the other day is it was definitely raining, and it was going to rain, and there was a lot of discussion about whether the baseball game would still happen with all of the rain. So
by the way, in California, rain is the equivalent of like a terrible snowstorm.
Yeah,
Everything
like a tornado.
Down.
Basically just
tornado. No one
just
can
what
drive.
The South went through.
Yes.
It was tornadoes and just everyone's lost their minds. So the net of it was I didn't respond to it because people were like, should the game still on? Why are boys playing in the rain? The rain is, I see a sprinkle. I'm over here and I have my umbrella out and there's still rain going on. And the funniest thing was there was one parent who came in and wrote out 6 different scenarios for what could or couldn't happen if the boys decided to play in the rain or didn't decide to play in the rain. With love, he did not have any information as to what was going to happen. And so that spun 15 parents off in different directions. So I just came back in, like you. I went away for a while, though I'm supposed to be manning this. And I came back in and I said, the game is on at school at 3 p.m.
There you go.
And then 15 people put their thumbs up. 18 people did not. I mean, it's
a whole
It's just a lot.
thing. You know, my favorite thing
But you don't want to be rude and not heart and not thumbs up if you're supposed to.
I'm not great at responding.
know.
I get overwhelmed with those. But what I do love is to change the group name to something funny.
Oh, that's your contribution.
That's my contribution.
That's great.
My daughters have the 3 of us. I'm not going to repeat what they put it under. But
That's
it took me the
awesome.
longest time to realize how to change it. But they wrote something so hysterical, but I cannot say it. But they are just so
That's
darn
really
funny. It's
so
really
that's great.
funny.
Yes, that's joyful.
So
when
that's
you see
joyful.
It in your
So I
thing.
love when it pops up and it
That's
says
great.
something just ridiculous.
So our advice is basically, I think if there's enough people on it, you're not being rude if you don't do all of the crazy emoji stuff.
Yes.
I think you're fine. And probably just give it a beat and then respond with something just helpful.
Just helpful.
Yeah.
Or just less
And
is
go
more.
forward.
Just the thumbs up. Wait, one other story about my girls. It's so funny, Harper. Their sense of humor, you know them. They are just, I love funny.
They're amazing.
And
full of life.
We were talking about, for some reason, they know that some of my friends call me Kitty or Chimmy.
Yes.
And so they were laughing about what my grandmother name will be down the road. Clearly my mom's Bug.
This is great.
And so I was like, oh, it should be Kitty. And they, to be funny, were like, Mom, we're going to call you Gina. Here comes old Gina. I was like,
old lady Gina.
Old Gina.
Coming up around
round
the
in the
bend.
corner. I wet my pants laughing. I was like,
That is.
I was like, I don't want to be old
That's
Gina.
very special. That's very special.
I was like, what about Peaches? Kitty, old Gina.
Old Gina.
Here she comes.
God. It really encapsulates
Cute
everything of what
Gina.
you are.
Oh, Lordy,
Just
we
like
laughed.
Old Lady Gina.
We laughed. Oh.
Is that the name of your group chat?
That it might be. It's similar.
That's amazing. Okay. All right, babe. One more.
I love these letters. Thank you,
Aren't these
everybody.
amazing?
Yes.
We sort of have a theme going today. Okay. This is from Kathy from Atlanta. Oh, we have another Atlanta. Well, you've got your Atlanta
Charlotte,
peeps.
Atlanta. Thank you, Atlanta, for listening.
Kathy from Atlanta. A friend of mine suddenly looks 10 years younger, and I can't figure out if it's a facelift, great makeup, or some secret filler. Can I just ask, or is that totally inappropriate?
Oh, this is a great one. Well, Harper and I are out here in California. So you see a lot of this. It's fascinating. I have been
I
around.
think it depends on how close you are.
I once was out with a bunch of girlfriends, Harper, and our one girlfriend was late. She said she was at the dentist, and she came back with some weird lips. So we were just like, how was the dentist?
You're like,
it
wow,
was
will the Novocaine wear off anytime soon or
it's
about
so
3 months from now?
Interesting because I remember when Botox started years ago, and I remember trying it. And for me, my face is I got too much going on. Like I've got my mom's cheekbones and I've got really big eyes and very angular. So I'm au naturel. Nothing really works for me.
Right.
And I get accused. Everybody thinks that I do something to my face, which that's even weirder, Harper, if you look jacked up and you haven't done anything.
You're like, no, this is my natural jacked up
Hello,
face.
So is that. My kids and I laugh, and Bug gets so upset if somebody writes, lay off the filler. Bug's like, that she is au naturel. There's my
she
cheeks.
doesn't even
She
know.
doesn't know.
You do have incredible cheeks.
They're
Your little cheekbones.
Yes. If you look at my mom's pictures that I post, they're my
she's
mom's,
so
they're my grandmother
stunning.
pies, they are
So
mine.
stunning.
And
Yeah.
so for all those haters that come from me, it just really cracks me up.
That's really
But on
funny.
that said, for anybody that wants to do it, again, it goes back to the gray hair.
Yes.
Whatever makes you feel good.
Yeah, do
roll
your
with
thing.
it. Do your thing.
I mean, I've had friends who have gone to get Botox or do whatever and don't tell their husbands.
Yeah.
And one, because it costs money, and
Yeah.
maybe they don't want
to
the
know.
opinion.
Yes.
But also because they're just doing it for themselves, and they're not really coming back with like weird lips. They might come back refreshed,
refreshed.
you know. But there was a friend of mine actually a long time ago. And it was kind of this might be 10 years ago, and it was during a winter break for the kids or something like that. So we weren't at school all the time. And I met her for a walk. And so we were about a week into winter break, and she was wearing really big sunglasses. And she wore that, which would make sense. It's a walk. We're going outside. It's sunny. It's beautiful. And we get back to the house, and she's still wearing sunglasses. But the light came in like the side of her sunglasses a little bit. So I'm looking at her and I said, did you get your eyes done? Because I couldn't take it.
I love it.
And she's like, I did get my eyes done. Can I show you what? But she was actually so excited to share, but she didn't. She wanted to go, understandably, through it secretively, and she did it younger. She did it, I'm going to say around 40, which I've also heard is if you're going to go get work done, you're supposed to do it earlier.
Younger, I know. So
which is really hard. We're way past that. We're way past that. But
No, but I do. There's that
have you
trend.
heard
Kat
that?
Sadler, who is a TV host, just did it very young. I think at 40. I might be wrong with her age. And it looks fabulous. She documented all and talked about it and looks great. It's a huge thing in the South. I know a bunch of like Southern ladies that all went younger to do it and look fabulous. So again, I think.
And how's it working out? Like,
they look fantastic.
They do.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
But then, you risk it not turn. I don't know. It's a little scary. It's your face.
It's your face.
It's your face. But I think
We just got to get a good doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
a good
look into-
referral.
get a good referral and look into it.
Look at their Yelp reviews for
Check
sure.
all of that. But wait, how did her eyes look?
I have to be honest, I couldn't really see a big difference. But I think
For her, it's all personal.
yeah, so that's what I mean. It's just I couldn't see a big difference. Now I think maybe the point is why you do it early 40s or something is so that when you turn 50 and beyond, like you're kind of
grow
starting.
into it.
Yeah, you're kind of starting with a refresh earlier. So you won't have my eyelids are like falling on top of my eyes.
Well, I told you, my mom is so funny. She keeps laughing.
And especially the right one.
Really, she said she was taking a picture and they were like, Suzanne, open your eyes. She goes, honey, my eyes were open. So when those lids get
my
heavy,
God.
I've had a bunch of girlfriends that got their lids done. They look fantastic.
It looks great. Yeah.
My dad, by the way, is 90. This is a man that has total space between his teeth. He would not get his teeth fixed because he considered that cosmetic surgery. And he's just like, you need to, whatever you're dealt with, that's what, you need to roll with it. This is my dad. But anyway, his eyelids started covering his eyes. So he had to get surgery. So my brother and I were calling him Baby Kenny for Kenny Rogers. We're like, okay, Kenny Rogers, look at you.
And did he love it?
He looked fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
We were like, look at Dad getting it done. Oh, Kenny.
Oh, Kenny. Oh, Bucky.
Oh, Bucky.
Oh, Bucky.
Bucky is Kenny.
Well, we have so many, but that's all we're going to do today.
Guys, sorry about my voice. Harper, thanks for getting all those letters. So much fun. Hope y'all enjoyed that and keep hitting us up because we certainly are having a ball doing this. Thanks, y'all. Oh, and don't forget to follow us in the Coop, right? Harper, tell them, hit that button.
Hit the follow button. If you love this episode, give us a like.
Yeah.
Give us a little...
give us a like. Give us some love. Give us a little
Great
chicken
comments.
call. Yes.
Yeah. And your questions. We just keep sending them.
I know. They're really good.
They're awesome. They're so much fun.
All right. Thanks, y'all. See you next time in the Coop.